Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Lincoln High-Speed Rail Project ribbon cutting ceremony in the beautifully restored Lincoln Depot. Welcome, everybody. Yay. With cooperation from federal, state, and local leaders, along with the support of the citizens of Lincoln and Logan County, the Lincoln High-Speed Rail Project is now complete. The Lincoln Station High-Speed Rail Project was a multi-year undertaking with site acquisition, site preparation, and construction. As you can see, the original depot has been beautifully renovated and retains much of its historic character and details. The North Freight Building has also been fully renovated as a modern passenger rail station for use by Amtrak patrons. The site renovations include the new platform, parking areas, sidewalks, lighting, and landscaping have also enhanced the appeal of our historic downtown and improved the functionality for rail passengers. The Lincoln High-Speed Rail Project and the quality restoration of our historic depot may now serve as a community icon to showcase the City of Lincoln's proud past as well as its progressive future. At this time, I would like to recognize the following individuals for their leadership as well as their participation in the project. U.S. Senator Durbin, U.S. Senator Duckworth, U.S. Congressman LaHood, Governor Rodney, State Senator Brady, State Representative Butler, and several of these will be speaking in a little bit. We're just going to recognize them briefly now. Logan County board members that may be, and there's our train. Logan County board members that may be in attendance. Are there any members, if you would, just stand briefly, Logan County board members? Got at least one up here. Thank you. Lincoln City Council, I know we've got a few. If you would, kind of come forward and wave or put your hand up. Thank you all. We have a few former mayors here. Marty Neitzel here in the front. If you would, Marty, just give a wave. Thank you. Keith Snyder is hiding out in the back there. Our former city administrator, Clay Johnson, he did a lot of the work, and Bob Mark, our interim administrator, is here. I don't think Clay is, but I know Bob is back there somewhere. And Wes Woodhall, our building safety official for construction oversight these past several months. And Wes, I know you're in here somewhere as well. You've done a lot of work, so if you would, come forward just for a second. There he is, in the middle. He's got his name. I'd also like to mention IDOT for grant coordination, Amtrak for providing rail passengers, WSP for engineering and project management, Mueller Architects, R.D. Lawrence Construction Company, and the various subcontractors on this project. Would also like to mention the citizens of Lincoln for being so patient, as well as the downtown businesses during the construction phase and for their participation.
Thank you, Mayor. Look at this crowd. Wow, give yourself an hand. I'm going to be short but sweet. Thank you, everyone, for coming. This is the place looks wonderful. This was made possible by the 2009 American Investment and Reinvestment Act that Congress signed. And the goal of that was to restore old buildings, get people back to work, and get places like this up to speed. And it looks like it's accomplished all those goals. And congratulations, Mayor, and the people of Lincoln. Thank you.
Next, we have Hal Smith, Field Representative for Office of Representative LaHood.
Thanks, everybody. Good morning. How are you? Very well? Good. I see a lot of friends here. It's great to be here. This is, these buildings and these structures, these iconic structures and communities are places where we send our kids off to college, where we say hello to friends and neighbors who come to visit us, where we have our homecoming and prom pictures taken from time to time, and we also welcome the remains of those who have gone before us. This is a special place for me. My uncle was killed in Korea and lived in Lincoln and was returned. His remains were returned here. I was just a baby at 7 months old, but my family told me that story all my life. We always loved this building and loved this structure, and remember more happy days along the way as well. I'm sure many of you have stories like that as well. It's an honor for me to be here on behalf of Congressman LaHood. I bring a statement that he's issuing today as part of the congressional record in Washington. He'll say, Mr. Speaker, today I'd like to recognize the Lincoln Depot in Lincoln, Illinois on the opening of their newly renovated depot building this morning. In the 1850s, get my century correct, in the 1850s, Abraham Lincoln helped citizens and railroads establish a needed rail line through Logan County. We know that story, right? And soon after, this town was christened by its founders, Colonel Latham and John J. Gillette. along with Hickok, I think. They named it for Lincoln, of course, here, and christened it right outside, and that story is told by that wayside exhibit right outside there for looking for Lincoln. And it's an important part of the history here. Constructed in 1911, the Lincoln Depot enhanced the critical railway stop, essential for commerce and for the pioneers of the last century and a half who were looking to explore the West and to develop here in the West, and this was the western part of the country at the time of its establishment. With an estimated 450,000 people now traveling through Lincoln and central Illinois annually, the depot will continue to be a vital part of the Midwest travel experience. Today, the depot is again restored as a beautiful landmark in downtown Lincoln and is crucial to the economy of this community, to the students at Lincoln College and those at Lincoln Christian University, and to the residents of Logan County. Lincoln and Central Illinois rely on these very lines here to connect them to communities and commercial markets throughout the Midwest and across America. And the new Lincoln Depot modernizes the previous facility, ensuring improved safety and enhanced travel experience, including on-time performance for Amtrak. By the way, I'd have been more on time if I brought the train over this morning rather than driving. I just barely made it at 10, so. I extend my sincere congratulations to the Lincoln community on the newly renovated Lincoln Station Depot. This renovation will ensure the legacy of the depot and the railway, envisioned by Abraham Lincoln as a catalyst for future growth of Central Illinois, will carry on for generations to come. Most sincerely, Darin, LaHood, Member of Congress. Thank you all so much, and congratulations on the building.
Representative Tim Butler.
Thank you, Mayor. Good morning, everyone. I think we can certainly see what this depot means to the community of Lincoln by all the people that have turned out today. So thank you for coming out today. Secretary Blankenhorn, thank you for being here. This could not be done without the leadership of IDOT, and they've done a great job with this project. And I don't know if you've got anybody from UP here today, but thanks to Union Pacific and all they do on this line as well, they've become they're good partners to work with in the state of Illinois. I would be remiss without saying, and Brad touched on it, this entire project, high-speed rail project, got started under an individual who spent a little bit of time in this building. In fact, I think the last time I was in this building was with him when it was a restaurant, and that was the former Congressman Ray LaHood. And when he was Transportation Secretary for President Obama, that's when this program got underway. So Ray, I think Ray's here in spirit today because he's been in this facility, and I'm sure he's smiling thinking about the fact that this is what has been done here. This is a beautiful, beautiful facility. I take Amtrak a lot. Unfortunately, some of my friends in the General Assembly think the capital is in Chicago. So I take Amtrak a lot for meetings. And I was talking to Mayor Snyder earlier, and I think I might have determined it might be easier for me to now come to Lincoln and take the train from my north end to Springfield than maybe it is going out of downtown Springfield. So maybe I'll start doing that. Well, it's a real pleasure for me to represent you in Springfield. One of the reasons that I wanted to get on the House Transportation Committees is to help out with projects like this. The importance of transportation infrastructure in our state is vital. And as we move forward with projects like this is a wonderful facility. And the fact that we restore a historic facility that's over 100 years old, I think is important. When you travel this rail line, you see facilities both new and old. But this one is a beautiful building, and I give everyone a lot of credit that was involved in redoing it. It's a great thing for the community, and it's awesome to cut the ribbon on this new place. So thanks to everyone for your support, and thank you, Mayor, for all you're doing. And oh, by the way, Senator Brady and I do tag team pretty good. So he can't be here today, but Senator Brady has a proclamation here from the state Senate. It says, the Illinois Senate of the 100th General Assembly of the State of Illinois acknowledges the City of Lincoln in recognition for the ribbon-cutting ceremony celebrating the Lincoln High-Speed Rail Project and the official opening of the newly renovated historic Lincoln Station, and extends its congratulations and best wishes to all the residents of Lincoln on this momentous occasion offered by Senator William E. Brady, who is the Senate Minority Leader. So thank you very much.
On behalf of IDOT, we have Rodney Blankenhorn.
Thanks, Mayor. I appreciate that. The cupcakes must be delicious to draw a crowd like this. It's wonderful to see everybody. It's really an important event for you and for us. Be opening a brand new station. On behalf of Governor Rauner and the entire IDOT team, thanks so much for having me today. A special thanks to Mayor Goodman, the city officials, and your staff for all you've done to put this historic occasion together. And thank you to all of you who put up with our dust for the last couple of years. But I think what you got as a result is something very, very special. I also want to thank Amtrak and our Union Pacific partners. Worked really hard on this project and continue to work to improve passenger rail service, reliability, and safety up and down the Chicago to St. Louis corridor. Starting last week, this building became the official stop for Lincoln, and visitors are going to get a great first impression. I'm confident that that inconvenience is going to happen. It's going to be great for the long term, for not only this community, but for all of Logan County. And it's also a major milestone for the state of Illinois. This is the 4th station that we've opened as a part of the high-speed rail project, following Dwight, Pontiac, and Alton. Later this year and then into next year, we'll be opening new or remodeled stations in Joliet, in Normal, in Springfield, and Carlinville. Approximately 22,000 visitors a year use this station, and I think that when they walk in, they're going to see the history, they're going to see what it was and what is. And I think that's what we all try to do together as a part of this project. The bottom line is that transportation is here to improve people's quality of life. It's here to improve economic opportunity, economic vitality, and investments like this in our transportation system are what really matters. It's about how we give people options to get around the state and how we connect communities. And that's where we need to invest our transportation dollars as we try to grow the economy and grow what you're doing right here in Lincoln and throughout central Illinois. We need to make more investments like this. I want to do openings like this every week so that we can show what your taxpayer dollars are doing to really make a difference right here in Lincoln and right here throughout the state of Illinois. But honestly, there's no better place to have an opening like this than right here in Lincoln. We're really proud of what's happened here. I hope you're proud of it too, and I hope you enjoy it. Thanks so much for having me this morning.
On behalf of Amtrak, Michael Franke.
Well, it's great to be here, Mayor, and to share the platform for a few minutes with our valued partner, the Illinois DOT, Randy Blankenhorn, and some other representatives from the DOT. We have some Amtrak representatives here as well. Would you raise your hand, please, Dick? And over here we have Mark McLeary, Derek James from Government Affairs and Media Relations. Are there any other Amtrak folks here? Okay. With the formal opening of our waiting room here in Lincoln, and when the Carlinville Station project officially ends next week, this year's construction season will result in every downstate station, north and south of Springfield, as new or substantially renovated. Next year, as we mentioned, a new station will open in Joliet. It will be early in the year. The St. Louis Gateway Station is only about 8 years old and will be making major investments in Chicago Union Station as well. This route is where the Chicago and Alton Railroad, way back, and George Pullman made history when they introduced the sleeping car in 1859. Every day you can ride from here, from Lincoln, in the modern successor to Pullman's sleeping cars. Every night you can board the Texas Eagle in Lincoln and be in Little Rock early the next morning and Dallas-Fort Worth that afternoon. That night you will be in Austin and San Antonio. 3 days a week, you can ride from here to El Paso, Tucson, and Los Angeles in a sleeping car or a coach without changing seats or sleeping compartments. Today, we're making history with an improved Amtrak Lincoln service. New locomotives are being delivered as we speak, and most of the rail cars we use on the 8 daily Lincoln service trains are being modernized with improved interiors. In about 3 years, we will have brand new rail cars on this route and across the entire Amtrak Midwest network. Customers have returned to the Amtrak Lincoln service and Texas Eagle, even without new locomotives, new rail cars, or shorter schedules. Amtrak ridership on this corridor is up 9% over last year. Wrapping up most of the construction disruption has allowed us to run reliable service for all 10 trips on this route, with nearly 60,000 more tickets sold to people this year versus last year. That's almost 720,000 Amtrak customers who know that Amtrak comfort and fares are a better choice than a long slog on I-55. And thanks to a forward-looking Lincoln and the Illinois DOT, you have access to all of this in Logan County, at a historically restored building to shelter the nearly 22,000 Amtrak passengers we had here last year. We are confident in an even better Amtrak Lincoln service is the next big step in mobility across the state. We're also confident that customer counts will continue to increase and station investments, such as this one, will pay off in higher ridership and revenue because all of these improvements lead to the experience of the passenger. On behalf of Amtrak, we are pleased to work with all of you to make this happen, and again, we're glad to be here this morning. Thank you.
On behalf of the design team, Carrie Desmond.
Thank you, Mayor. As he mentioned, I'm the leader of the design team that did the renovation, the design plans and the construction services for the renovations of this facility. What makes a place like this special are the memories and the opportunities for the future. This building we're standing in was built in 1911, and in 1977, it was turned into a restaurant and banquet hall. Many were skeptical when the Illinois High-Speed Rail program was gaining momentum, and there was news that a team was going to design plans to renovate and restore this great building and site to passenger use. I remember meeting with residents who told stories of their children being married here, and others who were positive that building the platform outside would wreak havoc on traffic downtown. But I have to say, I am so proud of what this team has accomplished with the engineers at WSP and architects at Muller & Muller, alongside Lincoln, IDOT, Amtrak, Union Pacific, and the Federal Railroad Administration. We've done something truly great here, a once-in-a-century opportunity. I hope you see the opportunity that I do and can cherish the memories here while being excited about the opportunities to come just the same. Congratulations to the design team and on an impeccable job, and to Lincoln on this momentous occasion. Thank you.
Yeah, for the contractor team, Greg Getz.
Thank you, Mayor. And thank you for the inviting us to attend the ribbon cutting. Contractors don't usually get opportunity to get up here and speak, but and thank you for allowing us to be a part of this construction project. Our company has been involved with many high-profile historic renovation projects in central Illinois. We renovated the interior dome of the Illinois State Capitol building, and we're currently renovating the governor's mansion. And this project ranks right up there with those. After looking at the displays, photos, and remembering what this building looked like prior to construction, the transformation is truly spectacular. As a contractor, there's always a sense of pride to be able to drive by a project after completion, or even 5-10 years after in the future, and knowing that you have a part of it, and it turned out so remarkable. This building has the markings to be a focal point for the city, and a welcoming place for all who travel and live here. So thank you again, and I hope we can work on another project in the future.
Thank you all. And at this time, if we can, get city officials and anyone else who would like to come forward for the ribbon cutting. Everett, ready. Count 3. 1, 2, 3.